We're rubbing elbows, buddy.
Word up.
There we go.
I'm
All right. So, we are recording.
Awesome.
okay.
We are up. We're running.
Yeah.
I don't know. Talk about yourself. Want to start with you, Simply? Get in there.
Hey, DJ Simply 201 at DJ Simply 201. I'm a Jersey representative, but hey, I'm not really hating on anything else. I love everybody. I had to bring my man right now. He's staying in DC, and shit, we're here.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Jeffrey. I'm a comedian right out of the Bronx, New York. But I'm a traveling comic. I'm doing shows all over the country. Right now, I got a tour on the East Coast, headed to Florida. From Florida, going to California. It's exciting stuff.
Wow.
I'm with my boy right now, man. We known each other too long, but I want to just say this. So we're in Jersey right now. This is your hometown.
Woo. More than hometown.
More than hometown.
Yeah,
this is
man.
this is his hometown. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna keep it real. And I'm sorry I'm being windy about this.
Okay.
But I gotta be honest, like, out of all the ghettos in the world, like, I really hate Jersey.
Do you?
I can't stand Jersey. Yo, Paterson, New Jersey is the worst
Whoa.
part, the worst ghetto I've ever been to in my life.
Hey.
I have family in Paterson, New Jersey. Had.
Right.
And shout out to my cousin Johnny Jr. and my cousin Denise. I used to have to go pick them up, and every time I'll be like, yo, I'm gonna come get you. Now I have a car. They would be like, all right, cool. We'll meet you in Elizabeth. Because they didn't want me to be there.
Wow. Hey, listen, I feel what you went through, but I cannot co-sign it. I love everybody in Patterson. I don't want no smoke. So I go to Patterson often every Saturday to a place called Unfiltered. I get all my exclusive hats and stuff there. Shout out to them. But that's cool, man.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah,
and
exactly.
you just said right now you're going through like a big move, right?
I am, man. I'm moving from New York, you know, and like I said, I'm doing this tour. I got a show coming up in DC. Actually, you're gonna be there. He's my boy DJ Simply 201. He's gonna be I say he, like you're not here.
Right. Like I don't exist. Like
Yeah,
he's
like
looking at me.
This is like a couple thing. We feel that you're gonna be DJing this weekend at my show,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be a unique comedy show. So it's an hour show at least. My boy Alden Pierre's gonna be there. He's gonna host. Christian Baumer's gonna host.
Wow.
We got great comics, and you're gonna go in there.
Spinning on the one and twos,
Yeah,
bro.
you're gonna do that Latin flavor
Yeah,
too.
we're gonna kill it. We're gonna kill it.
Yeah,
I was there with you
salsa,
last
merengue.
time.
That's right. We had my
You
party
know?
roast.
Shout out the owner of that spot.
Shayna, yeah.
All right.
Shayna.
Shout out to Shayna.
Yep.
You know what I mean? She's a welcoming host. Amazing place right on the water, right there in DC.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's gonna be a great time. If anybody could pull up, maybe get to the DC area and come check us out. It's gonna be a good
Yeah,
vibe.
that's gonna be cool, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited, bro.
That's what's up.
But you know, I got a lot of things going on. Like, you ever heard that saying? And I don't mean to be like just basic,
Right.
but I'm just gonna give shout out to God, right? Because in one moment, God is taking care of me. I had a crazy 2 years where a lot of things were taken from me, and that's what started this this comedy career, right? Because all
So
these
this is
things-
actually what sparked it.
yeah, my
Okay.
misery.
Yeah.
So I was just talking about that, and I was like, yo, you know, I'm on stage. I tell these jokes. Like, for example, I have a joke where I had a boss that she was a female boss.
Right.
She was a black female boss.
Okay.
And she's a racist black female boss.
Not a good boss.
Yeah. So like, so she ended up firing me.
Wow.
And that went down from that to a divorce to being evicted.
Wow.
To
Okay.
all of a sudden signing this deal to go to California, to all of a sudden doing shows, getting love in DC. Shout outs to DC, man. I really love that city. Shout out to the Bronx, because they always show me love,
Big time
obviously.
love.
Shout
We was
out
at a show a couple weeks ago that you did over there with your
yeah,
cousins
Agua de
and everything.
Coco, yeah, Agua de Coco. We were out there, you know, the Bronx showed up.
Showed a lot of love.
Yeah, man.
So basically what you just told me right now is it's been like a roller coaster. It's been the ups and the downs of life that just been smacking on you.
Yup, and right now things are going up, man.
That's what's up.
And like I said, I think who the hell was I telling just now? Because they were asking me, what's going on? I haven't seen you in a while. And I was like, yo, things are crazy. My divorce is just finished. Like,
Wow.
just finished.
And you know how many people probably could relate to that? That's an amazingly crazy transition period right there that you're going through.
Being divorced, like, during that time, and then, you know, the things with my kids and, you know, that, and plus the job, losing the job, plus trying to figure out what to do. And then in one moment, I signed this deal. I'm buying 2 properties in the same exact time.
Wow.
It's
not easy.
You know, like, it's not easy. And you
Hey.
just got to laugh.
You gotta laugh because you know what? I can actually relate to that for the simple fact that I have 2 jobs. I have 3 children. I'm trying to do this media thing, you know. I'm a DJ, but I got thrown into doing the Simply Sessions, which is like an interview thing, which got us connected when you did the show over there in the Yotel. You saw that?
Yeah, the great.
We got back on track.
Yo, my man DJ remix to the question.
All right, so we've been really busy as well. So I'm doing the interviews, you're doing the comedy. It's just crazy what we've come from because we come from humble beginnings.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, we really do. If you want to go into a little bit, how we met. We've known each other since 7th grade.
We have known each other since 7th grade. So like for me, and it's funny because rewinding back to this convo when we talk about ghettos, right? So like being known in Puerto Rico and then moving to like the South Bronx, you only know two worlds, Puerto Rico and South Bronx. I remember when I first met the first black person I ever met in my life as a young kid, I thought everybody spoke Spanish. so when they didn't speak Spanish, I was like, well, what language do you speak?
Right. And I could completely relate to that because here in the area that we're in is a predominantly Hispanic area. So this is the area I came from, and where we moved to was Warwick, New York. Which were, outside of our high school, there were cows. There was hay. When they opened the windows, you smelled cow manure. And that's what there was nothing around our school but farms and land.
And dead deer on the highway. Yeah. That was the craziest thing. I'm like, man, look at that beautiful deer. Look at that beautiful deer.
It's traumatizing, especially when you come from a city area and you've never seen a deer in your entire life.
Never in my life. I saw a lake. It's funny because I met somebody. I don't remember their names back in the day, but like we were talking about homes, and he goes, "Yeah, we use well water." And in my mind, I'm like, "Well water? Like you go and get those buckets like the fairy tales?"
Right. And that's so funny because my house used well water. So and I didn't understand what that really meant until But
like Humpty Dumpty and all that. Like that's what I was picturing. All these people fetching a pint of water. That's what I was thinking about. Yeah. But yeah, man, we met around that time. I was kind of new, like. In that area and going back and forth from the Bronx to Warwick, and that was a hard time too because I had to adjust so much in my life, and I had to adjust from that too.
Right, and let me see if you could relate to this. Me, I felt like it was two lives. My parents still worked in New Jersey, but we lived upstate New York. So on the weekends, I was a Jersey kid still. So it's like you had two lives. Like you had your upstate New York personality that you were, and then when you came down to the different area you were from. So I really never had a good transition of that. It was just like always living two worlds in a way. But I'm happy that I lived it. And I got two different experiences. Before you said you were in comedy and everything like that, I'm a DJ. I deal with a lot of music. How do you think music and comedy relate? Like when you go to your shows, is it like weaved in a lot? You think? Or?
It's all on the audience. Because think about it, right? When you think about music, let's face it for what it is, right? You have a specific audience.
Right.
So it depends on that audience would depend on what you're gonna play.
Right.
You as a DJ would know, okay, I'm kind of feeling the room. I'm feeling the energy that's now because it's going to change later.
Right.
The same with comedy, right? So when you deal with comedy, it's all on the audience that's there. So like depending on the audience that's in the beginning would depend on how I'm going to say a joke and even what joke I'm going to tell.
Wow.
So I would say they're relatable, and it's all about the audience, and that's what we're here for.
I think the DJ and the comedian could work well together. I've been to comedy shows where the DJ is revving the crowd up beforehand to get them ready for the comedians.
Well, can't wait for you to do that Saturday.
Yes,
because
I can't wait
either.
You're
gonna do. You're gonna get the crowd live.
Oh, we're gonna get it really live, and we're gonna get the levels correct for the comedians, and everybody's gonna have a great time.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm excited for that. But yeah, man, it's going back to what you said, like having those two lives. I'll tell you. Maybe a trauma thing, and I'll talk about the trauma all day.
Why not? People can relate.
Because you were saying that your mother and your father worked in Jersey and had to go back. So I'm assuming what's that, like an hour and a half commute?
I don't mean to interrupt.
Yeah.
Shout out to my mom and dad. My father was a 30-year fireman. My mother was a 35-year nurse, so you know what I mean? They were
first responders, man.
Yeah, they were first responders, so shout out to them. They gave me a good life, and I appreciate everything that they did for me. Jeff's parents is on the same line because they're great people as well. I mean, you know what I mean? We came from good families.
You gotta give that shout out to hardworking parents, especially back then, because they're trying to do what's best for their kids for the best way they know it.
Right, at the best way they can.
Right, and I know like right now, I think about it where I'm like, man, like as an older person, I look back and go, man, I was alone in my house a lot. Me and my sister were always alone in that house.
Wow.
But we had to hold it down. That gives you an appreciation for family.
Right.
To go, man, I love my family, I love my kids, and I always want to have that closeness, and I want to appreciate what my parents did because of the sacrifice. Yeah, so you can't forget that humbleness, right?
Absolutely not.
You know, so back to what you were saying, that life was a balance because then on the weekends when I was back in the Bronx, and then moving back to the Bronx even after school and summertime. Yeah, man, the culture's totally different. The things that I would want to do in the Bronx as a kid was different than what I could do in Warwick, New York. I needed a car every time I wanted to leave Warwick.
Oh, we were miles away from civilization.
Exactly. Where in the Bronx, I had to take the bus or the train to play baseball because I live, we're from Kingsbridge.
Okay.
And Kingsbridge and Morris. So to take the D or the 4 train, I used to have my friends and we play baseball every summer. It was the same thing. We would play baseball, then go to Roberto Clemente Park and go swimming.
Wow.
That was the same exact thing.
That was the thing.
Can't do that in Warwick.
Right. And
I loved it because Warwick during like snowstorms and
yeah, we would get the days and stuff.
Can we curse? Can we curse here?
Hey,
Okay,
fuck.
so yeah, so
Let's get
shit. So like, yeah, so fucking snowstorms are the best. Talk about football.
Oh my gosh, you lived in Kings Estates, and you guys used to have legendary snowballs.
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
for real.
And I know you were sad you couldn't make it.
I couldn't because I was like literally on the other side of town.
Right.
And then with a snowstorm, there was no way I was getting there. But to touch on what he just said, when I used to come down to Jersey, we would. I'm from Union City, New Jersey, originally. So you already know we would go to every basketball court. We would all link up. We would go to Gregory Park, First Street Park. We would go up to 90th Street Park at Braddock Park. You just rode your bike. You went to the different basketball courts and you just played pickup games. That's just what it was. I cherish those times. Some people that were with me in those packs are not here right now. My brother Chichi, God rest his soul. Love him, miss him. But there's a lot of great memories from my childhood. You just touched on. I don't really want to let it go, but you touched on our age. So before we walked in here, we were like, hey, we want to do like a podcast. We want to make this like a regular thing. We got to come up with a name.
Yeah.
And it kind of touches on like our age a little bit, bro. It's a little bit painful, but we are two 80s babies.
Yeah, we're 80s babies, and we didn't know what to name it.
Yeah,
we were like
maybe
80s babies.
Yeah, the
or
80s babies podcast, but like two 80s babies podcast, I guess. Yeah, but whatever. We're gonna work with that. But I was born in 82. When you was born?
83.
83.
So,
All right,
we're
bro.
close. We're definitely close.
Definitely. All right. So
Different times. One of my sets, I talk about how today's like 2025 male. We're bitches now. We're bitches now. I got a set talking about that. Like, for example, and I'm not gonna get to where this story comes from, but like, let's say I have a girl, right?
Right.
And she cheats on me with some other dude. I'm probably gonna take it out on the girl, not the dude.
Which you should be taking out on the dude.
Right, I should be taking it on dude. Now people don't do that. They call the cops. They call the lawyers. Be like, yeah, this guy raped my girl, all because he wants his girl back.
Right.
It's just the street rules changed.
There are no more street rules.
There's no more street rules.
People are making calls. People are recording. There's no room for error anymore.
I never seen so many men taken over by women. and I'm all for like, yo, you love your lady, you do what you can to keep her.
Right.
There's a difference between being her dog and being her pet.
Right.
So
there's a big difference.
There's a big difference, man.
I mean,
so,
and we've seen a lot of different eras if you think about it. Not just speaking about women. I mean, dude, we went through the cell phones, internet, beepers. I mean, we went to pay phones, house phones.
Remember when cell phone had minutes?
Right? Remember when you couldn't call your boy until 9 o'clock?
You go to your boy and you're like, listen, man, I got a lot to take off my chest. I've been waiting since this morning to tell you.
Yeah. And you're like, it's like 8:57. Yo, my dude, are you serious right now? It's 8. You can't call me like 3 minutes from right now? Like,
Right.
serious? I'm paying for this.
Exactly, man.
It's offensive.
It's offensive. I'm appalled.
I am.
Yeah, one of the funniest things, we were just in Agua de Coco, right?
Right. Yeah,
And
we were. In the Bronx.
Roxy-
Shout out to the Bronx.
Yeah, shout out BX all day. Roxy. Let's talk about Roxy just for a second.
Okay, that's your friend, right?
You know who she
okay,
is. She's the lady. I don't know what to call, like, girlfriend, fiance, other half, like it's too demeaning.
Right.
So-
you
talk
don't know what
about-
label to place on her.
Talk about men that are bitches, right?
I didn't want to mention this. She dressed him.
Yeah, we feel.
He came right up to me. He was like, "Hey, you like this outfit?" Yeah. She picked it out.
Yeah. So you said something so fucking funny because, yo, she's a great personality.
Unbelievable person.
Great personality.
I don't know if it's because she's from Canada and they have like a different air up there and they're just a vibe is amazing coming from her.
So like, but she's, let me just give her a shout out. Roxy Skincare. She's her own business. She has a company in Florida, Toronto, LA. Like, she's an entrepreneur. And you got to give it, like, I give it to her. And so like, I say that because she deals with people all day. Now, you said something so funny because there were women everywhere. And I think how deep were we with
Oh
dudes?
my gosh.
We were there with like 14 dudes, right?
At minimum.
Yeah,
At minimum.
so there were all these girls, and nobody spoke to any of those women except for her. And I think you said she just made every dude look like a bitch in here.
She did. And I'm sorry, because, you know, I'm bitching out right now while you're talking to me. I'm listening to you. But I want to shout out Makeup by Nancy. And if anybody needs any makeup done and you need something for a wedding or a prom or something, shout out Makeup by Nancy. Look her up on Instagram. She got a lot going on. Yeah, that's my bitch moment right there. But continue, sir.
But yes, so she did make all the dudes look like bitches. I feel like she took every dick in that club
Okay,
and threw him out the door.
may I for a second?
Yeah.
Okay, she demasculated every man in the building. We were in there, and she was actually making fun of grown. I'm in my 40s. She was making fun of me because I wouldn't approach women. She went over, approached them, and got the women, and made me look like a complete and utter goofy.
Do you remember? I don't know if you remember this part of the night, but we were talking about this girl that was there, and I think you said something about like, nah, man, you could already tell she didn't want to be bothered.
Right.
We looked over within like it was a blink, and she was dancing.
Yeah, she was dancing with her and her friend, and she knew where they were going afterwards. Yeah, and then when we had the chopped cheese, because she's from Canada and never had a chopped cheese.
Right.
She would, and let me tell you, she almost like collapsed when she had she took a bite of the chopped cheese and like clumped over. And she was making friends with them and everything. Knew where they were going afterwards. They weren't even looking at us.
Yeah, I wanna talk about my birthday roast. How much
Right.
fun did we have in DC, man?
Oh
How much
my
love did
gosh.
we get in DC?
Oh
bro?
my gosh, bro. The love in DC was abnormal. They roasted you pretty well.
Yes,
But,
they did.
You know, it was a very receptive. I don't think they were even ready for that type of entertainment. It was really good, man.
Yo, Shayna, you know, again, shout out to Shayna. She
Yes.
even was like in the bar, the owner of the venue. She was just like, "Oh my god, what did you think we were gonna do?"
All right, it's comedy.
Right, I don't walk in with people, "Hey, be light on me." What
Right,
the
right,
fuck?
right, right.
No.
You do what you do.
So yeah, we got a lot of love that night.
What about in New York? And when we were in the hotel, we got major love.
Oh
in there.
my god!
And then when we did the interview in the private room, if anybody can, go to at djsimply201.com. I did an interview with Jeff in the hotel. It was amazing.
It was a great interview. Or you'll probably have something with Alden Pierre soon, man. That's
Okay.
my boy.
Shout out
Dion
Alden.
DiMoncelli too, man. DiMoncello, that's my boy too. We
And
got
you know
some
what?
good
I gotta
comics.
shout out the reason I'm even here. Shout out Big Mouth. You know what I mean?
Oh,
he
hell
reached
yeah.
out, and
Hell
I really
yeah.
appreciate him heavy for reaching out. And you know, this is how we build bridges. And I definitely want to come back. I definitely want to help him in any way he needs me. Shout out Dice the Hook God. Shout out Mo. Shout out Lil Duffel Bag. Shout out the whole camp. Shout out Ganja. Shout out everybody. Shout out, man, Karima. Shout out Collab Entertainment. Anybody along this road that helped me get to here, to this point. Even you helped me. We grew up together. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate anybody that helped me along the way. Thank you. You know, it's nothing but from here up.
I'll be honest. Like people think I'm a nice guy. Like
Do they?
I think people see me and what a nice guy. But I'm a dick.
Are you?
Yeah.
People think I'm a dick, but
you're
I'm really a
actually
nice guy.
nasty.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I'm gonna say this right now. Like, yeah, shout out for you for letting us use the space. But yo, how close are we right now? Like,
I feel like I'm supposed to put a ring on your hand or like buy you something before
honestly,
sitting this close.
I feel
to
like,
you.
listen, we've known each other all our lives. I just want to be real, you know, without
And-
you.
yeah, I don't even, you know, even a handshake feels like an embrace.
Right, yo, and it's hot. Like
Yeah.
I'm moist like pound cake right
Oh,
now.
definitely.
Every time I pounded you, like it just slipped off.
They like sludged into
Yes,
one
it
another.
did. Like you're gonna get the noise in this camera, right? You're gonna hear
Yeah. You know, and how demasculated again do I feel? There's a poster staring at us of Rocky, of Sylvester Stallone. There's nothing more manly than that. He's actually looking at us in shame in a way
Yo,
right now.
his face says, "You guys are gay." Look how close you. Like, yo, to give myself maybe like 6 inches, I could just move this, but I haven't because I don't want to be rude.
Yeah, you know, it's all good. And let me touch on it. There's nothing wrong with being gay.
No,
Yeah.
and actually, so I just did a whole month of pride jokes. I'm gonna tell the story real quick.
Yeah, do it.
One of my jokes, they start off with, you know, I'm not gay, but I wish I was. Because think about
You
it.
are more secure with yourself than I, my friend.
Because in the joke-
industry that I'm in with the music, they won't let me in half the rooms if I was to say something like that. But go ahead.
But yeah, so like, it's in the joke, it's like, and yo, Dion's calling me right now. He's
Well,
gonna
you know
live
what?
forever.
Oh, wow, yeah. Hey,
So-
what's his name, Dion?
Yeah, you know Dion.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Comedian. Hey, shout out to Dion, y'all.
Dion. So
Thanks a lot, Dion.
yeah, appreciate you interrupting
Appreciate you
our
killing the
fucking
mood.
studio time.
God.
Great, now I forgot what. Oh yeah, so I did the show. Nah, I did. So when I got out, you know, there was this it had the gay parade,
Right.
and there was this guy with a shiny hat, and he looks at me and he goes, "Hello, mister, I wish I was gay." And I was like, "I see you a fan. If you want, I'll give you a joke for that hat." He goes, "I want something bigger than that."
Well, listen, that sounds something like I had a friend. I didn't know he was gay, but I found out because he took me to Stonewall. I don't know if you've ever heard of this place in New York City. It's like a legendary
that's the
gay
big
club.
thing, yep.
Yeah. So I didn't know that.
Well, that's the name, that's the name of the history. I know that because the history. I'm not even want to tell.
No, but
you
there's major history. No, there is major history. There was like
Yeah.
a situation that went down there, I believe, in the 60s, and it's like super historical. I didn't know that, but I have been there, and I ain't gonna say nothing. I had one of the greatest times of my life in that place. I think gay people are the greatest thing in the world because they know how to have fun. They don't know how to. They leave judgment and everything out there, and it's just all about who's in front of them, and you know what I mean, enjoying life. And I think we should all be on that. Don't you?
I mean, I treat them as people, and I have gay friends.
Yeah.
And I will say, like,
I have gay family members.
Right, I got gay family members. So I mean, yeah, you know, it's it's funny. I was just in another podcast and I was being interviewed. I was giving shout outs to this other comic who goes by the name of Manny. Manny, I don't want to go give her a last name.
I think I may have seen this in New York City, this particular comedian.
No,
I'm thinking of someone else.
I keep saying she, but binary, you know, they're the they people. Or
However
say
she
my
wants to
name.
identify, or
Right,
if they
so
want to identify.
In the last podcast, I kept saying she, and the guy interviewed, they, you mean? I'm like, oh, when am I going to get politically correct? And then I realized right then in that moment, I said, I don't give a fuck. And this is the part of me being a dick that I'm talking about.
Right.
I gave her her clout on the podcast. I wanted to be I was thinking Manny. I was thanking they.
Right.
I was thanking they for advice that they gave me.
Right.
I didn't need to be corrected a million times. But no, shout out to Christian Balmer. He did a great job. He's going to be hosting again on that show. He was at the roast. Great comic. I'm a fan of his. But yeah, man. I love gay people.
Yeah.
I love gay people.
Listen, man. Listen, like I said, man, I may come across as a dick. I love all people. I'm not trying to be like weird or anything like that. But like, you know, I love short people. You know what I mean?
What's that movie? The Anchorman. I love couch. I love lamp.
I love phone. I love microphone. Like, yeah. It's all good. Yeah.
But I had another set where I was talking about, because for some reason I get hit on by a lot of gay guys, and then I always ask myself why. Then it goes back to, oh, that's why. I was alone in Miami Beach by myself, and I'm thinking, why am I getting hit on by gay guys? Because I'm alone on the beach in Miami.
Right.
So yeah, taking advantage, man. Like, and I don't mean to take advantage. That would be the wrong word, but it's in my set too. I was walking in the water, and these two gay guys were in the water, and one of them said, "Be careful, there's jellyfish in the water." And I said, I know, I see it. When I walked away, one of them goes, "I hope it doesn't sting him." And the other one goes, "I'll sting him first." I was like, yo, I'm right here. And he goes, well, instead of being there, why don't you come to dinner with us? Fuck it, yeah, I did. They pay for dinner, my drinks.
Hey, let's go, new friends.
Right, new friends.
There you go. That's how you meet new people. And you were looking at me weird.
You look like a Puerto Rican Donnie Wahlberg.
Hey, let's go.
Me?
Yeah, I get this vibe. Like, you look like Donnie Wahlberg.
Let's go.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Let's go. Massachusetts in the building.
Oh, yeah.
I've never, you know what I've gotten? And I don't know if you've seen, no, I'm not trying to throw shade. Vin Diesel. I've gotten Vin Diesel before. But have you seen him lately?
No. It's not a compliment?
No.
Oh, my gosh.
He put on weight for a movie, I found out.
Okay.
He was big like this, where I was like, oh, what's going on? He did a video saying, listen, I'm fat because I'm doing a movie.
Okay, makes sense.
Whatever he.
Yeah, he needs to hurry up and finish that movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yo, I mean, Eddie Murphy was fat for a movie, but
Oh my God, but he's Eddie Murphy.
right, it's Eddie Murphy, but
he
it
can't
was
do no
fake
wrong.
fat.
Yeah, right. I think Vin Diesel couldn't get one of those
Right, he
people to
couldn't get-
construct him a suit, Mrs.
Honestly,
Doubtfire or something.
I know, right?
He's doing Too Fat, Too Furious.
Yeah, exactly. We need to. When do we not call him Vin Diesel? Because it's not Diesel anymore.
Yeah, nah, it's Vin.
Yeah,
let's
it's
go
just
with
Vin.
Yeah. Well, speaking of like, we're both in industries where there are a lot of different people and competition and stuff like that. What do you feel about the hate, man? Like, what do you feel about, is it good? Is it something that lights a fire under you? Because that's what it does for me.
You're talking about specifically the comedy scene?
The comedy, I'm talking about, listen, if we're talking about from the music scene, there's nothing but hate. There's people that wish you well and smile in your face, but really secretly, they don't wish the best for you.
It's funny.
People want you at the same level as them. They don't want you to progress.
So my biggest pet peeve is inconsistency.
Okay.
So when I notice inconsistency, I automatically step back and then I watch, and those people that show me their inconsistency show me the hate.
Right.
I'm not gonna name, but there was.
I'm not naming names.
There's this one comic in particular, and I'm just throwing. I did a show with him, and he was like, "Listen, I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to pay you." I said, "I'm not doing it for money. We're good, man. Don't worry about the money. I'm sure you'll get me in the long run." And then we were talking about Green Room, and let me tell you, he was dissing Green Room. He was like, "I don't want to do Green Room. That's
a beautiful place.
I liked it." And he goes,
great.
"I don't ever want to do Green Room. It's a glorified open mic." And I was like, "Okay, well, I like doing Green Room. That was the resonance I had."
Right.
I would say within like a month after that comment, he was in Green Room. He
Performing.
performed, and then I saw him in Gotham because the same promoter, he was kissing his ass.
Oh my
And I was
gosh.
like, man, like
How hypocritical is
And
that?
then I saw him in Gotham, and I'll be honest, I'm cool.
Listen. Don't be shy. You've rubbed elbows with a couple of different comedians. Jerry Seinfeld, like name a couple. You've been.
It is, yeah. I mean, I was able to perform on the same stage as Jerry Seinfeld, Marlon Wayans, you know what I mean, in April. So, like, I don't want to hate on nobody, but real recognize real.
It really does.
And I think that's an 80s babies thing.
Yeah, and then let me get into something that just happened to me recently. Now that I just heard that happen to you. I'm by myself. I started this Simply Session thing out of passion. I went, got a camera, and I just show up places and I just start recording. That's just what it was. That's what it is. I don't have any delusions of grandeur. I just have passion for the music industry. I have passion for people that have passion. I want to record it. I want to, you know what I mean? I want to document it. This is what I want to do. So I just recently did an event in Brooklyn. I was invited by Star Rock. Shout out to her. At the event, I'm not going to name no names, but I'm by myself. I needed someone to hold the camera and to get a good moment with a particular person, and they wouldn't hold the camera for me. So, and these are people I did stuff for free for.
Yeah.
That I've, done events and things for free. So that, that showed me what it was. And believe it or not, God blessed me. And a stranger in the crowd was able to hold the camera and help me, and I still got the shot. But that's what we're dealing with, bro.
That is what we're doing, because they're too good for that.
Right.
That's
right.
what it is. Why are you garbage?
I don't know. Maybe because I didn't give them nothing free for that day.
You're a garbage piece of shit
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you didn't do free things.
Right. Yeah, what have you done for me lately? I guess is the name of the show. Yeah. That could be a good name of the podcast. What have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
Okay.
Close and personal.
Right.
80s babies.
And another thing we spoke about before we walked in here, you said you're not into wrestling anymore, like
Right, yeah.
professional wrestling,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
in this area, SummerSlam's happening in a week or two, so it's going to be a lot of activity going on. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff going on.
Right.
When did you stop watching wrestling?
I'll say late 90s, 2000s, man, my boy, and it's hard to say this, my favorite wrestler growing up was Bret Hart.
Right.
That was my boy, but
Love Bret Hart.
you got to admit
Pause.
Hulk Hogan was over everybody.
Super over. He's not over anymore, though.
Yeah, exactly. But
He said a couple of little risque things.
Right.
I mean, we could segue with that. What he's done to his career and what he's said was like a racial slur.
yeah, it
Okay.
was.
We've recently done skits and certain things about certain issues. Do you want to speak about that?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
I mean, I don't know. I would say.
All right, so I'm going to tell you this story as
Yes.
if, you know what, we had an audience.
We do have an audience.
I'm going to tell you this story.
tell them. Yes, let's get
All
going.
right, and you're witness.
I'm a witness.
So-
And let me just say before he says his story, I have similar issues in my life, and that's why we were able to speak about it and kind of relate to it. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
I'm not going to say the word because I don't know who's offended and who's not. So I'm just going to say,
What do you want to say, like ninja or the N word?
yeah, it just rhymes with the word Siga.
Okay.
So-
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go ninja.
All right, let's do ninja.
Ninja.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so
Wait, is it gonna sound weird? Keep saying ninja, or should we do N word?
N-word.
All right,
Let's do
N-word.
N-word.
Let's do N-word.
So I grew up where everybody around me just called me N-word. Yo, N-word, where you going?
Everyone around me said N-word. There were even some women when I went to the grocery store that said, hey, N-word, it's over there. Like, I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yo, when I would play people,
Right.
people get mad and go, this N-word. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm in DC and I love networking. I think you love networking.
I love networking.
And
I just gotta also segue. The person I had an issue with moved from DC to this area, so it's funny that you had the issue in DC.
Right. So it's a DC thing and it's two things. I'll try to make them as quick as I can. So the first one was somebody I actually introduced you to kind of work with.
Yes.
And she said, hey, when's your next show? I said, I don't know because I'm working on new material, blah, blah, blah. She goes, can you run it by me? I want to hear. I said, that'd be great. I'm thinking she's doing me a favor.
Right.
And I did the thing. And part of my set was, I was pretending I'm going to rob somebody. I said, N-word, give me your money, And she said, why'd you have to say that word? I'm like, yeah, you're right. I shouldn't have to. I don't think it would have made the joke anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna take it out. She goes, but why'd you have to say that? And I'm like,
Wow.
I didn't.
Right.
Then I caught on that she got offended because the energy went down. Fast forward, I was at the show and event where Marlon Wayans was.
Right.
And I was talking, me and him were just being just normal,
Just
like
regular
talking,
dudes
whatever,
chatting up.
and we were talking about something. And I was like, yeah, this N-word. I was telling blah blah blah, and he said, yeah, this N-word was telling me the same thing, So now fast forward, this guy came up to me. He was like, yo, did you say N-word when you were talking to him? I said, probably. I don't know, And he was like, yo, but you're not black. And I go, I don't care. Now, what I did was, I'm not gonna go into how I have Taino and African roots, and I'm
half Dominican. I'm half Italian. The Italian part is Sicilian. My grandfather's from Genoa. So I mean, there's a lot of cultural situations going on.
I'm also not gonna go into how my mother has black women hair and had to sleep with rollers on her head like
my
this on a
mom
pillow.
is darker than most black women. Okay.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah. So so I just was like, I said it. And he was like, yo, man, we're going to have a problem. I said, if you want to have a problem, we can have it now or later, but I know you're going to fuck up my money if we have this problem now.
Right.
He was like, we good. Now, fast forward, I'll tell you this. You remember, I told you this story, and I'm very self-aware. So with that being said, I am petty. I'm a petty dude.
You're petty?
I'm fucking petty.
All right, hold up. Can I mention something to you?
Yeah.
I'm petty. I'm petty as fuck.
Petty LaBelle.
Oh, yeah.
Petty mayonnaise, whatever you want to call me, right?
I'm John Bon Petty. Okay, listen to me. Okay, I'm guns and petty. Okay, I'm petty, bro. All right.
So I had this idea of,
Right.
because I don't just do comedy, I do sketches too, right? You can go on my page, go on Instagram, Jeffrey S.E.S. or Laugh on Jeffrey, right?
Right.
So anyway, I decided to do this sketch, which we had DC dudes there that are black.
Right.
That was like, yes. And they tried to school me like I didn't know. Yo, but Big Pun said N-word. And
Right.
Fat Joe said N-word. Yo, they need to grow up and realize that you're Puerto Rican. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not really getting into that.
I don't want to take that fight on.
Right, I want to put on the gloves and be petty.
Right.
So we got this awesome skit, and I sent it to you. Well, you were in it. You
I
were
was
my
in the
favorite
skit.
person.
It was a
All the
great
peer-
skit.
People from New York
Check
came
out
in.
his Instagram. It's on there.
Yeah, it's on there. And yeah. And long story short, I don't want to mess up the surprise, but it's
Yeah,
on
go check
there.
it out.
And when I did it, I actually, again being petty, I sent it to the person and I said, listen, thank you so much because you inspired this skit.
As a matter of fact, if my memory serves me correctly, her text message, or original text message to you, was at the end of the skit.
Yes, it was, because I'm petty.
That's extremely petty.
Right. Hell yeah.
Okay.
So I sent it to her, and she sends me a voice note how she didn't think it was funny and how all we did was this, and how Hispanics, and I'm going to get to the word Hispanics in a minute, how Hispanics need to come up with their own word. Now, I'll give her that. If I had to play devil's advocate, sure, maybe we need to come up with our own word, whatever. I'll get to that later. So if you go down, I thanked her. She even said, I had to even watch it twice.
Can I ask you again? Because I forget. Is she a comedian herself?
No, she's
okay.
I don't want to really put out like, but
Yeah, but we don't need to. But she's not a comedian,
right?
Okay, so I just wanted to understand, because if another comedian was getting on another comedian about material, that's kind of ridiculous. But at the same time, she has to take into context that you are a comedian.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's not. You're here for us. You're here for the people. You're here to put smiles on people's faces and touch on different subjects.
How many people told you it was funny?
Everyone.
The only one?
I think it had over 1,000 views in the first 2 hours.
Right.
Everyone could relate to it, and everyone liked it.
Right. So
it's a topic that no one wants to touch. It's a topic that everyone wants to touch and talk about, but no one really wants to touch it.
Yeah. So in that text, I even think I said, listen, I know what you're trying to say. I appreciate your opinion. I think more or less, and I go, but thank you for watching it twice. And then she proceeded and she said, "You're just racist."
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, I wasn't gonna respond to that. I did want to respond to that and send her a video about, man, this is awesome when people say I'm racist, because I'm.
He says that, you gotta say, I love to racism, bro.
Yeah, I love to racism, I guess. Because how could we be? From the backgrounds that we have and where we've grown up in the demographic we've been around, can we be racist? Really?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Unless anybody could be racist.
Okay, yeah, true. You're right.
Anybody could be racist because, let's say I don't like Dominicans. I'm like, yo, I don't want to hire this dude. He's
Right.
Dominican.
Right.
I could be racist. I don't like Dominicans, and that's that. I'm gonna take. My biggest thing is, the minute you take some sort of demographic away from doing something prosperous,
Right.
and you're doing that maliciously, you're racist.
Okay. Yes.
You know?
Right. And you're trying to like stop
Right.
an entire race from like progressing or
Right.
anything like that.
That's,
Right. You're right.
And that's not what we were doing.
Absolutely.
I was just
This
trying
is-
to make a joke.
This is listen. When we use the N-word, we use it as a term of camaraderie. We use it like, you know, my brother, like you know, back in the 70s, they were probably like soul brother. You know, just through the years, these ways of terms of endearment through men have changed. They've just evolved, and we came from an era where that was like standard, but we've now lived to 2025.
It's funny because you,
So,
it's
yeah.
right. But you know, back to your point too, because I think the day that we put it out, you said, you know, it's so funny. I was just watching the Ja Rule and Fat Joe battle.
I
And
was.
all Fat Joe was
And-
saying was N-word, N-word.
Because that's all that's in his lyrics.
You think she texted him and said he was racist?
I think she definitely tried to get a YouTube flag or something on that particular video.
I'm gonna send her the clip of this interview.
Yeah, are you?
course
Listen, shout out to her. You know
Yeah.
what? Because she gave us a good little segment.
She did. You know what? And we are giving you energy.
We are giving you energy, and
are,
it's
so
okay.
it is,
You know,
it
we're gonna
is.
turn it into positive energy.
Because
Okay?
everyone's laughing.
I know. And what we're doing right now is kind of petty.
It's 100%. 100%.
Wow, this is a petty podcast.
Oh, petty potty.
Petty potty. So what else you want to talk about?
Yo, man. We were getting into my biggest pet peeve is inconsistency.
Okay, and I hate that.
I know. Oh my goodness. Yo, let me rewind.
What's your astrological sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Are you?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I'm Capricorn.
I don't know what any of that means.
You don't?
No.
I'm
What does it mean?
I'm into. I mean, I don't know particularly like the specifics of it, but it's energy. It's different energies and stuff like that. I mean, if you get into it, it's like a history repeats itself kind of vibe. So
Yeah.
you know, you can kind of get what another particular sign is going through, and maybe how it would like vibe with you. I don't know. It's just about energy and vibes, and history repeating itself, the stars and the moon.
But I mean, like,
Yeah.
but when someone says, "What are you?" and I say Taurus, they go, "Ugh."
Yeah. Taurus is that.
Why?
Because they're a little hard headed. I believe it's the ram, if I'm not mistaken.
I
Right?
mean, yeah.
Okay.
No, it's not the ram.
No?
No, I think
I'm the
Taurus-
goat.
Isn't it the lion or the bull? It's the bull.
Okay.
Right? Is it?
Yeah, that's right.
It's
Okay.
the bull. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So I don't know what like.
They
what-
say bulls are stubborn, so
Okay.
yeah, but
I mean, but in my old age, like I realized, man, I was stubborn when I did that. And then as I'm acting, I go, man, I'm being stubborn. And then at that point in time, I either go, fuck it, I'm gonna keep it going, or I'm gonna stop being stubborn.
Right.
So it all depends on how I feel that day.
Right.
Another thing I learned going in my old age is like I need to learn to go with my gut.
Okay.
How many times in your life would you say, man, I was thinking about doing that and I fucking didn't, and there I go?
I'm gonna go with the fact that they say that since we get older, we gotta change the way we dress and the way we are. I'm not changing anything.
No.
I'm not changing. If anybody knows me that went to high school with us, they know I've been dressing like every single day to try to impress nobody really, but you know what I mean? But I'm going to dress good. I'm going to dress the way I want to dress. I don't care how old I am. So you know what I mean? It is what it is.
Yo, my boy Jay still wears iceberg.
Does he? Wow.
Yo, I was chilling him the other day, actually 3 days ago.
I love Iceberg. That's an Italian company. Shout out Iceberg.
He
man.
was wearing the Bugs Bunny.
That's fire. I had the Pepe Le Pew.
You still have it though?
I do. It's retired.
Yeah, he's not retiring. He's like, fuck it. Yo, my man is 46.
It's still going.
He's still going.
Let's
he
go.
has the Bugs Bunny.
I still got my high school Avrex.
Oh,
yeah.
What about when Mecca had the shiny fucking...
What about Boss jeans?
Oh my God.
You had a pair, don't lie. What we want to bring up? You want to bring up lugs?
Yo, I stole a pair from Canal Street.
Did you? Wow.
Yo, what? There was a pair, not Tim's. I think the brand was Colorado.
Right.
I had a pair of Colorado because we couldn't afford Tim's.
I hear you.
So I stole the Colorados because the Tims were always on.
And you got to make sure they're baggy because you got to make sure they drape over the fact that nobody knows that they're Timbs.
Right, they look like Tims, but I never let the tongue out.
Yeah. Let me ask you this question. I don't know why I'm asking it. It's just a funny question. I don't know. I just want to ask you. I'm here with a comedian. Why not? And it's technically kind of a musical question in a way. You mentioned Canal Street right now.
Yeah.
Remember back in the day how on Canal Street there were nothing but guys selling cassette tapes, CDs, and different stuff like that. We're in a digital era, bro.
Yeah, man.
Those guys are out of jobs. They're like toll booth people.
Those guys that didn't have jobs are out of jobs.
Right? There's so many people out of jobs nowadays. Taxi cab drivers, delivery drivers, because Uber Eats.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
The Chinese DVD lady in the restaurant.
she's gone. I love her. I will be eating, and you know what you're gonna watch later on. It's like, oh, what movie do you want to see, babe?
Yeah.
You got what's out in the movie theater right there at dinner.
Exactly. Shit, man. Remember illegal cable?
So
Yo,
dude,
when I had illegal cable, it's the same as me downloading 2B right now.
Okay, let's talk about illegal cable. Okay, let's get into this because this is another thing that these kids nowadays don't know about. This is something when the cable guy came, you slipped them a little extra, and then you pretty much got the whole package, right?
Yeah.
And then back in the day, we had something called Spice. I mean,
Spice, Adam and Eve.
Well, yeah, Adam and Eve, Spice, the Playboy channel. People nowadays, you guys go on the internet to get your porn. Us, we had to run into somebody that maybe had a magazine at their house. You know, and then if you didn't have these channels, if you bounced back from channel to channel, you could see it for about what, like 1.5 seconds maybe? And about. So when the guy would hook up the cable box, you were just like looking in the mirror like, oh, it's on. Because you know when your mom and dad go to sleep, you know, because while they're awake, you may slip over to Skinamax, you know, and CE Manuel. I've heard. But yeah, shout out Manuel. If you know, you know. You know, that's Skinamax.
Yep.
But when you had the box, bro.
Yo, did you also live in a time where they call it a bullet where you're watching the Playboy channel saying order now, and then all of a sudden you get like a good 3 minutes of free porn and then it just goes away?
Yeah. Wait. And I'm sorry to even segue again. You're in the hotel room back in the day. You make the mistake of ordering something. It was supposed to be like 99 plus tax.
Yeah.
They're like, 500 plus tax. You're like, you're trying to get out of that. It's almost impossible.
Exactly. No, we know you ordered that.
Yeah.
That was an accident.
Yeah.
Come on.
With a family of 10 behind you at the counter. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, you gotta fucking negotiate your way of not being a pervert.
I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But I'm gonna pay it anyway. I'm a man.
But yeah, you know, the 90s porn was a lot different than today's porn.
Oh my
Because it was
gosh.
hard to see. And a movie.
They had morals back in the day.
Yeah, there was a movie.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
is that possible to say? They had porn morals?
They didn't show penis.
They didn't. I don't know. I wasn't looking, but yeah, all right. Hey, no, I'm just playing.
You can't say that because you know now if they don't show the dick going in, you're like, this is whack.
It's Skinamax after that. It's Skinamax. Yeah.
Like, oh, this is corny. I'd rather watch a movie with just titties.
I think it was pretty. I think Oz was even like on that level. They were showing stuff. So yeah, I get what you're saying.
Right, exactly,
Yeah,
man. So,
but shout out to the old cable boxes.
honestly, man.
Damn,
honestly.
man. That's awesome. And like I said before, like if you knew somebody with like those type of magazines, they were legend.
Yeah, they were. Do you remember how many phones you had in your house? Did you have two?
Yeah, we had like a phone in every room.
So we had a phone in the kitchen and then in my father's bedroom. So like if I was ever on the phone with a girl, my mother would pick up the line to hear the
And listen.
conversation.
Oh, and I would do vice versa. I was like almost perfect at picking up at the same time, and I just slowly listened to things that I really shouldn't be listening to. I'm just nosy.
Yo.
Yeah, but if my mom caught me, she'd be like, "Hold on one second," like try to click the phone, and if it doesn't do the click thing, she knows like you know I'm on.
Well, that happened because me and my boy, we were talking about how we saw this porn movie.
Okay.
And unbeknownst to me, my mother was listening to the other end. And when we got, oh man, yeah, I saw her tits. We got to go back. And my mother called us and was like, oh my God, you're not going to his house again. And I was like, no. My eyes were like this the whole time.
Ruined the friendship.
The whole entire friendship.
I had a friend that we became even better friends because he was the first guy on the block with the internet. I mean, and what do you do with the internet? Do you look up like Encyclopedia Britannica information? No, you don't. No. You really don't. And he wasn't into what I wanted to look up. You know what I mean?
Yo, 8 dudes in his house to use his internet with their titties.
Sitting in one chair while he sits in the back. You know what I mean? Looking at us.
I'm going to bring up a topic that I don't know if your mother and your father know this, but years ago you threw a party.
Oh my gosh.
And the cops
Let's get into this.
and raided it.
Okay, let's get really honest about this story. Okay. It's a legendary party from our senior year. There may have been 300 to 500 people there.
Yo.
It was there. People were passed out in the woods. There were people.
Yeah.
The cops came. It lasted till the next morning. So, okay, can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
We had 2 kegs there.
Yeah.
We got rid of the kegs. It was
Got
probably
rid or we...
they destroyed the kegs.
Yes.
They destroyed the kegs. It was a legendary high school party. If it was recorded, you know, we didn't have phones like that or things to record back then. It'd probably be, you know, like million hits on YouTube.
Yo.
It got out of hand. If I may, I'm not a snitch, but I had no choice, people. I had to call the cops on myself. I had to call the cops on myself.
I've never heard this
Yes,
before.
this is a true thing. I had a guy named Luke saying, when are we getting another keg? I looked at him in utter awe. I didn't know what to do or had to get rid of people. They wanted to stay in my home. We're talking about like 100 people. People are running, sleeping on the woods. My sister, my neighbors are calling me. It was getting out of hand. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And now they came, didn't they?
Yeah. They came. And I just remember people leaving and I said,
It was
I'm not running.
a
because-
catastrophe.
Yo, but here's the crazy thing that, and damn, so many second and third order effects of this. There was a dude I was smoking weed with.
Right.
And when the cops came, he ran and he had a bong, which, and I was like.
Outside we were too, like how random he had a bong with him.
But here's the thing. I actually wasn't. Now that I wasn't. I'm not saying it because I'm on camera.
Right.
I wasn't smoking. He just was like, "Yo, hold this," and I was like, "All right," because we were just talking. I actually didn't. And he left, and I had this thing, and I'm like, "The fuck?" So I threw it out. Yo, my man was at me for like months to give him the money back for that bong.
For throwing away what?
Throwing away. I was like, "What?" Yo,
You were trying to save each other's lives. You know what I mean? You were trying to do the right thing. He's looking at it like, I gotta tax him for that.
Yo, he said, "Yo, you could give me $10 for my bong." I was like, "Is that how much it is?"
Damn, that's actually. Hey, he was doing you right. That was not bad.
I didn't give him money.
No?
No, I didn't.
Oh, man.
I wasn't working back then.
Damn. Listen, we did some dumb things when we were younger.
But I remember when the cops came because me, you, and I think 4 other people were in your living room. And we were watching rap battles. Remember rap battle was on back then?
Yeah.
And we were watching
It was
rap
the
battles.
early stages. It was, I think it was like the Rap Olympics.
Some shit like that.
Yeah, it was on HBO.
And the next morning we went out and had breakfast.
We did.
Now here's another story. Me and you used to speak in Jersey.
And let me just get this in there. Nobody was arrested. Nobody got in trouble. My parents' house and everything was intact. Everybody had a legendary story to tell. Everything was good.
They still talk about it to this
They
day.
do.
Yeah.
I just started something I couldn't control. So
Holy
you know,
shit.
I was a young guy.
So-
my parents were in Dominican Republic. I had nobody.
So we used to go to Jersey Shore. a lot,
Oh
too.
my gosh,
And-
legendary times.
you
This was
wanna-
before the show on MTV too.
Oh fuck yeah.
Like 10 years, 15 years
Now
before
we
that
were
shit.
young. I mean, I know I didn't have money like that.
No,
You
we
know,
had nothing.
and we were just going out there. I think we all split on like a hotel. We
Right.
had like 2 beds and like 8 dudes were sleeping in there.
Yep.
Um,
We didn't do much sleeping.
no, we
Do
didn't.
you remember the time when we were outside playing catch and there were 2 young ladies passing by, a white lady and a black lady? And
No.
No? Oh, right.
No, go ahead. You could tell it. I'm divorced now.
Are you? Nah, it was just.
I was gonna tell this story. Like,
ahead.
We were on the boardwalk,
Right.
And there was this dude. I think he had an afro.
Okay.
I don't know if you know where I'm going with this.
I don't.
But we were fucking done.
Okay. Yeah,
Like,
we did get
we
trashed
were
down there.
drunk.
I think at that time I got arrested down there.
And I was gonna get to that later.
Okay.
This one dude walked by and looked at us, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck you looking at?" He goes, "Yo, man, just leave the girls that I'm with alone." I go, "They're the ones coming at us, right?" And he was like, "Yo, but I'll handle that. Just leave them alone." I said, "Whatever, man," because I think there was so many girls, you know. Then you had to come out of pocket and go, "Yo, fuck you."
I do remember we were on the boardwalk. Yes.
And the dude was like, "Yo, but now, yo, I told you we're gonna leave you alone." And you said, "Yo, fuck you. Me and my mans will fuck you up and braid your hair." So, back to being an 80s baby.
Right.
It didn't matter what your boy did. You stood by him.
And you stood by him.
And
no
I
matter
was,
what.
in my mind, I'm like, damn, Eric popped off. Now I have to fuck somebody up or get fucked up. But either way, we're going to do it together.
Right.
Nothing happened that night.
Nothing.
Nowadays, it's not like that. Dudes would be like, yo, come on, man, you should have said that. you know. Now, I don't remember why you got arrested, but I remember
it was the dumbest reason in the world.
I'm sure. I legitimately don't remember, but I
Yeah.
remember having to go pick you up, me and this other dude. And when we looked in the window, you were sitting on that swing that had the chains, and your feet didn't touch the floor, and you were just like this.
Hey man, shout out to them that they came to check on me. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't see, but we were drunk too. I don't know if we came to bring you like a bag of chips, or we
No bail money, just some
yeah,
chips.
Yeah, we were like, yo, we don't know if he's hungry. Here's some salt and vinegar chips.
What town of Jersey?
I was in Seaside. We were in
Yeah,
Seaside.
it was Seaside Heights.
Yeah, we were in Seaside Heights. Oh man,
What
goodness.
does that mean? I don't know what that
He
means.
must have got in trouble in Point Pleasant.
I got a perp walk down the boardwalk.
Look at that.
Why?
They're
Oh,
beasts
they-
over
they-
there. They don't even want you drinking on the boardwalk.
I had a pipe.
Uh oh.
No weed, just a pipe.
Yo,
Paraphernalia. They're gonna hit you with
Wow.
anything.
yo, I mean, see, there's a lot of stories. We got a lot of stories in Seaside.
We do have a lot of stories. We've
yeah.
even we've been through. Okay, we'll get into this. I had a long time girl that I dated. I introduced to Jeff to her best friend.
Oh, yeah.
This might have been the most toxic introduction of anyone being introduced to one another. Him and her were not good for one another. We'll just leave it at that. We're not gonna say names or anything like that. But you want to get into that? I mean, toxic women, that situation.
You know what's crazy is thanks to dating a toxic woman and then not dating a toxic woman after, I felt bored.
Did you? They're excited.
They're fucking great. Shout out to Roxy.
I mean, there's a funny story that we dated both of those girls. Do you want to get into it? It had to do with like a hotel.
Nah.
You don't want to get into that? All right, probably leave that alone.
Yeah, but I
Okay.
mean, long story short, like we had a lot of trashy nights. Me and her argued a lot. I think I know property was destroyed. Yeah, it was.
No, it was bad, and he's never. I've known him for a long time.
Yeah.
I know who he's dated, and it's never been like that. So yeah, I'm sorry.
And I don't know like why we even like we would break up and then we'd go back. And my mom, I remember one time me and her were driving. I had a Mitsubishi Galant, and I don't know what happened, why the fuck we were arguing. But I was driving, and she put the car from drive to park.
Oh, I remember you told me this while you were in
While
motion.
I was in motion.
Oh, and that's like the cardinal sin of driving.
The car. I said, "Oh shit." Yo, but and it's funny. I listened.
She didn't care if you died.
No, she didn't
You
give
know
a
what I mean?
fuck.
Like, right? That car could have veered off the road and crashed into somebody. She didn't care. She wanted to win that argument. Wow.
But and I say that because I love music. I'm gonna say that, and I
love music.
I was listening to Janae Aiko and Kehlani for like a good year, and I'll be honest, I started hating men.
It was working?
I was like, man, men are dicks. Like they're liars, they're cheats. And then I think one day I was thinking about the one that you're talking about, and I was like, yo, that's bullshit. How many people like got divorced or got like broken up, and the woman's like, but he beat me every night in front of like public.
I think we all got our own faults, though. I think everybody's got to take a
I'm not
little
perfect.
accountability. I'm definitely not perfect. Absolutely not. I'm gonna. Hey, I'm not perfect. Leave it at that. Men and women both have their inconsistencies, but you know what? It is what it is, man. At the end of the day, we're all human.
Yeah.
We all got to forgive one another, love one another, because we got to, coexist and do what we got to do with one another.
I'm not forgiving a lot of people.
You're not forgiving?
No, I'm not forgiving.
Well,
Yeah,
listen,
man.
you got to work on your forgiveness, okay? Just work on it for me, could
Yo,
you?
I have my enemies,
Right.
and they are enemies until they're in the grave.
All right. Listen, we're going to talk about them next time, bro. We're going to have a couple more topics we're going to talk about. I appreciate you coming through from
same
DC,
here,
chopping
man.
it up with me.
Yeah.
This is DJ Simply Tour 1. I do the Simply Sessions. We're here. We are in Big Mouth Studios. It was a movie. I appreciate the love and the just letting us in here to do our thing.
Absolutely.
Salute. Jeff, shout out your
man.
Instagram. What you know.
Yeah, so go on Instagram, Jeffrey, Jeffrey. A lot of people do ERY if I don't say it. But Jeffrey space ES, Jeffrey S. You'll see me. Give me a like. Follow me. I'll follow you back. I'm humble like that.
Listen, I'm like that too. You follow me, I follow you back. I'll post. I'll put you on my stories. You show me love, I show you love. You know, support is free.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
we all gotta support each other.
Absolutely.
Big Mouth gets to come on the camera.
Let's
All
get
right,
it.
man. Look.
Yeah.
There's space right here. There's
I know, right? You don't want to come in.
So mental note: next time, two big guys don't go on a small couch.
Nah, hey, it's all good. It's good. We tested.
Sorry, man. We're testing it out.
We used to be on a bus, too.
Yeah.
Like, we're bitching, but if we
like
were watching the
150
team,
degrees right here.
we will hug right now. If I said,
Oh my God!
Thank you, man. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you, man.
Thank you for
so
having us,
much.
bro. You're the man. Appreciate you.
It's off?
Off?
Not yet.
All right.
But that.
And it is official.